What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. It's actually Christmas Day, the night that I'm recording this, but I wanted to kind of dive in on something that I feel like is really common around this time. I feel like a lot of people talk about, Christmas doesn't feel the same, and, the holidays don't feel the same, stuff like that. And I do agree, I do agree, but I want to talk about some things that are kind of shown to us as things don't feel the same, and also kind of what the Bible says a little bit as well. So if you could tell, a lot recently, I kind of been diving in a ton. The Lord has been speaking very clear, and I understand that there's periods where the Lord is going to speak very clear, and there's periods where, it's not going to be as clear, And what I try to do is kind of feed the flame, It's kind of like lighting a fire, You just want to keep that fire going. So there's going to be times where you're going to want to read a ton, and when you want to read a ton, read a ton. There's going to be times where you're praying more, and praying is what's working, and praying is how you're hearing God. Pray more. Continue to do that thing that's working at that period of time, because there's going to be times where something isn't working. So over the last 4 days, I really have been diving in, and I have been learning a lot, and I've been posting, I've been trying to share as much as I can, but there's just been some really cool things that have kind of just shown up to me. So this one verse was on my mind because I was thinking about Christmas, and a lot of times we say like, oh, Christmas doesn't even feel like Christmas or yada yada, but it's not going to. As you get older, and excuse I'm tired. It's only 2:30 in the morning, so excuse how awake I am. But I want to go this first. So got the Bible, pretty simple. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians is Paul. Paul is one of the coolest guys in the Bible. Paul was a non-believer. His name was Saul. Jesus appeared to him, blinded him, this whole thing. But now he's writing a lot of messages to the church, right? So anytime you see TikToks and they're you'll get a letter from Paul, that's kind of what they're talking about. Here we are. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. This, for some reason, was on my mind. I've read a lot of passages from Paul, but this specifically was on my mind because it made me think about, a lot of times when we think about Christmas, we kind of have that childlike idea of Christmas, and ultimately we may never feel that way again. There's a lot of things we can do to try to bring back those certain sparks, and I'm talking about Christmas, not just the idea of Santa coming and I'm sorry if that's what you're looking for, that's not what I'm here for, but I'm just saying the idea of Christmas not feeling the same, it's not going to. As you get older, because you're going to learn more, you're going to feel differently, you're going to mature in different ways, that the holidays, and when it comes to Christmas specifically, it's not going to hit the same as when you were a child, when you're waiting for gifts, because you'll realize that there's certain things that you don't need anymore, and there's certain things that you don't want, and you have a greater understanding of where you are in life, so that the things that you used to beg and plead and ask for, now you have those things. So now the things that you're looking for are going to be a lot different. They're going to be more like health, they're going to be more peace, they're going to be financial wisdom, or they're going to be emotional maturity. They're going to be different things because you're maturing and you're getting older. So of course it's not going to feel the same. So I don't want to keep making posts and kind of complaining about the idea that Christmas doesn't feel the same. It's not going to. It's literally not going to. So I made a couple points because I want to talk about some things that felt off when it comes to Christmas, but also things that you're realizing that are far more important and kind of exceeding some of those wants and ideas and Christmas gifts and things that we used to have as children. Like Paul said, when I was a child, I thought like a child and I reasoned like a child, but when I became a man, I gave my childish ways. So there was a shift in this kind of passage, and I don't believe that Paul is talking specifically about Christmas here, but I believe it ties in really, really well. And if you think about this one specific verse, but also think about instances in our lives, we'll be able to kind of see the same correlation. So in regards to things not feeling the same, I put gifts, the joy, the excitement, your wants, and it's also nothing to look forward to. And I'm putting these in quotes because I'm kind of just speaking for the group. This is literally a general idea on why Christmas doesn't feel the same, especially as you're getting older. I'm currently 20, so say maybe 21. I would say it started to kind of wear off maybe around 16. You get your first car, then you're like, all right, I got a car, and then you kind of end up running out of things to ask for, because that is the Lord blessing you throughout the year, so that you don't have to wait until one specific day to kind of reap that one thing. And if that is you, just know that you're blessed too. There's no levels to this thing where it's oh, well, when I get this or when I get that, then I'll actually be blessed. No, literally the Bible says, Psalms 23, the Lord's my shepherd, I shall not want. That means you have everything you need. There's nothing more. If you are breathing, you have shelter, you have, you have food, and you have the means to just be alive, then you are blessed. So let's not just make it about status or cars or whatever it might be, or comparing it to what the next man got, because there's going to be a day where none of that matters. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why Christmas doesn't feel the same, especially as a Christian. But also also because you are maturing in your faith, you're maturing in regular life, so of course it's not going to feel the same. Time is valued. That's number one. Time becomes way more important around Christmas. You don't want to work, you don't want to train. If you train, you know what I'm saying? If you're an athlete, you may not want to work out, you know what I'm saying? You might want to break. You realize that time is more important than just gifts and material. Gifts can be bought anytime, you know what I'm saying? So if there's things that you're wanting and you're desiring, you already recognize that, one, you probably could obtain it already, and two, as you get older, you have your own responsibilities, so now you're not really looking to someone to kind of get said thing for you, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of just like put these together. It's not about material. The people always matter more, you know what I'm saying? So when you get towards Christmas, as a child, you're kind of looking forward to like what's under the tree. You're looking forward to, you know, waking up really early, or maybe opening the gifts like maybe that night of. But then you realize that the people you're with is what matters more, because as you're older, people pass and things happen, or people are dealing with sickness, or people are less fortunate, or maybe relationships aren't working out. You realize that the one thing that you're looking for is people. Who are you going to spend time with? Who are you going to be hanging out with? Because that ultimately is going to fulfill you more than the physical, tangible thing that's going to be under that tree. You also learn the real reason behind Christmas. You realize that it's not all about gifts and getting and what can you get and what do you need to receive. But you also remember Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And you can stop right there. The Lord is my shepherd. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is guiding all your steps. And this isn't to say that you can't want certain things or want to have different, you know, tangible items, but you understand that this isn't the sole reason of Christmas. This isn't the only reason that we're here. This is just one of the traditions and practices that we end up celebrating in regards to Christmas. But the entire reason was it was Jesus' birthday. And it also wasn't even Jesus' birthday, but that's just what we call it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you learn more as you mature, but you also recognize that you have all that you need. And it ties back in Psalm 23. If you haven't read it, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. It's an entire psalm, and it's David speaking on his personal experience with Jesus guiding him. As you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but David was a shepherd. So David understands what it means to herd sheep. We are sheep. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You have all that you need. So that's why when it comes to Christmas, you don't have the same desires or passions or have all these things that you're trying to find and look for anymore, because you have all you need, and it's okay. Don't know of anything specifically that there was something that I absolutely needed for Christmas or absolutely wanted. You know what I'm saying? I have all that I need. And when it's December 26th, I still have all that I need. And when it's December 24th, I still have all that I need. And I do recognize that there's some people that may not have this stuff, might not have everything they need. So maybe they're looking forward to Christmas a little more, but I promise with a little bit of perspective and letting the Lord renew your mind, you'll recognize that you're still blessed if you're still here. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're looking for, it's ultimately not going to fulfill you like Jesus will. And that's really why Christmas doesn't feel the same. It's not going to feel the same. The more you get older, the more you understand, the more you're in your word, it's not going to feel the same. You're going to start to enjoy your company a lot more. You're going to enjoy your time a lot more. You're going to have joy despite whatever you're dealing with. And you're going to look forward to the act of giving instead of receiving. You know, that's something I'm still working on. But that's also going to be something that you're going to look forward to. And that's something that I'm hoping that the Lord will kind of use me in. But I feel like I give all throughout the year, and I feel like I try to look out for people a ton. But yeah, I just wanted to shed some light on why Christmas doesn't feel the same. And I don't believe it's going to, and that's okay. But as long as you're doing it for the right reason, you're understanding why it's not feeling the same instead of complaining that it doesn't feel the same, or you don't have this, you know, certain gift or whatever it is, you're going to be okay. You're going to be just fine. The Lord is going to provide all that you need. And I pray that the Lord is going to give you wisdom, and he's going to give you provision, and he's going to give you ideas and creatives or whatever it is. He's going to give you all that you need. But the Lord will provide. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorite worship songs. But I just want to shed some light on why Christmas doesn't feel the same. And it's not going to. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. As long as you know the real reason of Christmas and the reason that we're here on this earth every single day. Appreciate y'all. As always, make sure you guys get some rest. Merry Christmas to you guys, and see you guys in the next video.